There we go. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Gotta love those 10 milers, boy. Gotta love those 10 milers, knowing that they just keep getting easier and easier and easier. So I find myself sprinting a little harder, which is why I'm always, figuring out a way to be challenging myself, regardless of how easy the miles seem. Now it's just, okay, let's pick up the pace a little bit. So when the marathon does happen, you know the right pace to go in order to hit those 26 miles, because it has 26.2 miles, Gotta get it done. I'm not saying it's gonna be anytime soon, seeing that some new things have been coming up lately. You guys been keeping up with my work, but it's gonna fucking happen. It gotta happen at some point. I gotta redeem myself, all right? So let's get into today's Move Swiftly thought. Let's dive in. Let's do a deep dive on this Shannon Sharpe situation, all right? So according to this, it is the Wintrepreneur Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. It's been all over the news. Shannon Sharpe is being shaken down for $50 million by a woman who has allegedly said that he forced herself on her and had done a bunch of things to her, basically had sex against her will, assault, I think the terms were used. There was a lot of dirty text messages that were released, and apparently there's some video and audio and all that kind of stuff. And here's my legal take. There's the legal side of me talking. Listen, it's easy. Shannon Sharpe did not force himself or assault anybody. All right, this is completely a shakedown. The woman is not, what do they like to say, traumatized and all this other bullshit. Now, a lot of women like to play the victim role in and all that. There's no way you're gonna be able to prove or that I would believe at all that Shannon Sharpe forced himself on any woman. Listen, the guy's, there's no reason for him to force himself at his age with daughters. He's not forcing himself on any woman. In my opinion, I don't think he is necessarily done anything illegal. Okay, so that's the legal side. The as one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, given my opinion, Shannon Sharpe should not be putting himself in this position. It's fucking stupid. It's embarrassing, and it's stupid that a man of Shannon Sharpe's caliber, okay, we're not talking, first of all, here's where my issue comes, is his statement. The statement that he made, I was really disappointed in the statement, and it kind of confirmed my action. I stopped listening to Nightcap, and I've never really tuned into Club Shay Shay like that. I don't really watch a lot of First Take again. I'm myself and putting out my own content, so I don't consume as much as maybe some other people may consume. But for the takes that I have enjoyed, or the things that I did, okay, keyword did, past tense, respect about Shannon Sharpe, is sometimes he was very much about, hey, us as black men got to get our money. Us as black men got to be held accountable. Us as players, the players got to be more accountable. And it's so hard being a black man. And, every fucking, even in his statement, that's what I'm saying, even in his statement, you don't get to compare yourself to Jay-Z. You don't automatically say, oh, well, he tried to do this to Jay-Z. He tried to do this to just every black man. Instead, you need to take some accountability for your shit. You need to take some accountability for your shit. Jay-Z got rich because of his intellectual property. He came up because of his mind and the things that he was putting down, the rap, the lyrics and things like that. You came up because you were a great football player, Hall of Fame football player, and you gave strong opinions about certain social issues. So there's no reason that a 50 some odd year old man needs to be climbing in bed with some 19-year-old girl and then expecting everything to just be honky-dory. That's just fucking stupid. All right, that's just plain and simple stupid. And it's gonna cost you money. It's gonna cost you your deal. It's gonna cost all of this shit. If you go listen to Stephen A's take on this, ESPN is taking this shit seriously because, again, you may not have done anything illegal. I swear, I don't think he did anything illegal, but the bottom line is he shouldn't be putting himself in this position in the first place, which means he deserves all the bullshit he's gonna get, all the backlash he's gonna get from this, because there's no reason that somebody of his caliber, all right, now I wouldn't say this maybe about somebody who didn't get famous because of this take that he gives, or this victimhood mentality that they take, or this victim Olympics. I mean, some of the things that he would say even back when he was working at CBS and he did Game Day, and the whole Richie Incognito thing was going on, and he goes off on how Richie Incognito can't be saying the N-word, and then his takes on when he was with Skip Bayless. Everything was about putting black men into this victim Olympics, and everything was about, oh, it's so hard to be a black man. It's so hard to be a black man. It's so hard to be a black man. And then you go up, do some stupid shit like this, and instead of, first of all, apologizing for making a mistake, you start to play the victim role and say, okay, now she's going to get sued for defamation, which is fair. Okay, she's suing you for defamation and all that, but it doesn't change the fact that you were wrong. Number one, hold some accountability for your shit. Number one. And number two, you don't need to be jumping in bed with some 19-year-old girl and then expecting everything to just be okay. That is the issue. You should not, given that you are a retired player, given that players come to you for advice, you, in your position, at your age, given what you do in your platform and your responsibility, you don't get to be the victim in this situation. You got to be the one that says, hey, I shouldn't have put myself in this position. I was wrong putting myself in this position, but I did not assault the young lady. I'm not guilty of the things that she's putting out there. She will get sued for defamation, but at the end of the day, to the young black men that I supposedly care so much about, I want to make sure I'm on record saying, hey, I was wrong for putting myself in that position, and I implore all of you to be smart enough not to just stick your dick in anything that's moving. That's what you're supposed to say if you're about open and honest conversation. That's what I have to say. That's my take on the situation. Again, and it's a further message, a bigger message to all the young men. Now, I'm not saying young black men, I'm saying young men. Be careful with who you stick your dick in, because this is the kind of bullshit that you got to deal with when you don't properly manage it and think about the repercussions of what the fuck it is you're doing. All right? Whew. All that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.